it was just great to be able to kind of present this action and just keep it as real as possible.
There's no CGI in this movie, Fernando.
No.
Unlike the Avengers, which has nothing but
That's right.
CGI.
In the barrio, bad things happen when the sky turns black.
When we were kids, we were told about the legend.
Anytime you got hot in the hood, you'd hear those chopper pipes. Gangsters found God out of fear of the devil.
Who was he?
El Chicano.
The cartel killed a bunch of police officers. They're coming to plant a flag in LA and reset the game.
I've never seen anything like this. It's a war zone.
You knew this was coming.
And what was coming?
Revolution.
Hey, I'm Fernando Escobar with Fab TV. I'm sitting here with Ben and Joe.
Yeah!
Yes!
And my first question is, because I know the stunt world, by the way.
Okay.
And what is since you're a stunt man, does it make you direct the film differently, like after an action scene? Like, oh, no, redo it. You can do that a little tougher and better.
You know what? I took all the ideas I had as a stuntman, even as a coordinator, second unit director, the things that I enjoyed the most, and those were the realism, the viscerality, like just practical gags. I came up at the time when it was the Buddy Joe Hookers and the Dick Zykers. I was one of the old school guys that was trained by the old cowboys. So before visual effects and wires were involved, it was all about
Getting hit by a car.
Literally
taking like a handful of Advil and drinking a beer and going back and doing it again.
Exactly.
Right.
So it was a great opportunity for me to just show just practical gags, things that look real and visceral, and it's really hard. Audiences are much more intelligent, much more smart and smarter, and it was just great to be able to kind of present this action and just keep it as real as possible.
There's no CGI in this movie, Fernando.
No.
Unlike the Avengers, which has nothing but
That's right.
CGI. I keep doing it, bro. I guess you look down the barrel of that camera and slag the Avengers off all day.
No doubt. I just saw it the other night, by the way.
Yeah.
And I loved your movie. I love the
Great,
realism.
brother. Great.
Comparing both films.
Yeah.
I love the realism of it, the hardness of it,
Yeah.
the Latino aspect, the deepness. It's a superhero
great.
film. It really is.
That's great,
Thank you,
brother.
man.
That's
It really
great.
is.
Yeah.
How did you bring your independent film smartness to help Joe and the film?
I mean, listen. The good news is that when because I've been all over the bubble. I've done movies for $5 million. I've done movies for $20 million. I've done movies for $110 million. So, but you're never aware of. Listen, the tools remain the same. You either know how to do it on the day, you don't. And I don't think there's nothing additive about money other than the trailers are bigger, there's more food, there's more people, and so on. So I think we shot El Chicano in 24 days, and the roles were reversed because I became Ben's second unit guy. Going out and shooting, we had to shoot split units. So, we just had to have, like you always have, a sense of, do we have it? Because we got to move. And I was very much like, as much as he's my best friend, I was also his producer. And we have X amount of dollars and we have X amount of days. And so I'd be doing this stuff, So that's what it came down to, brother. It's just knowing how to run and gun and grind it out.
Is this the beginning of Latino-esque superhero films to come out to keep going this direction?
We have every intention of making a bunch of them.
I hope so. I hope so, and that's what we want to do. We want to tell those stories.
Why cast George Lopez?
It's funny, and Joe will agree with me. It's funny. Comics have a very dark side to them. And I had seen George in a movie back in the day called Bread and Roses, and we had a few conversations just passing by, and knew people that were his stunt doubles, and there was just a sense about him. And Joe even agreed. He initially brought George's name up in the very beginning. I said, of course. We just knew that there was something we can tap into that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah, we pursued him. We chased him.
Yeah, we chased him.
Oh, wow.
And it was Amy Garcia finally got him to read it. She convinced him to finally read it. And he wrote this great thing to her the other day on Twitter saying, "Thanks for forcing a dyslexic to read the script."
It was awesome.
You know what I'm going to compare George Lopez acting? You know when a punk rock band does a love song?
Yeah.
And their love song's the hit?
Right.
George Lopez's acting in this is that reverse.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
so deep and.
I agree, brother.
So
Oh,
it's like,
yeah.
this was seeing him in this different style,
And that
like-
was Ben that was he and Ben very much having a sense of the way that they wanted to portray Captain Gomez. Very, and again, going so far away from George's normal persona that he vanishes into that role. And I think he's dynamite. I think any other configuration, that's best supporting actor. That's nominatable. You know, I mean, he's that good in the
He's
film.
that good.
What's the whole message to everybody about El Chicano? What's the thing?
Hope, pride, love. That you're able to think outside the box, especially in the Latino community, and still have this universal message.
Rage.
Know thy enemy.
I run these streets.
This is all out war now. They're coming 24 hours in the damn burst.
I am neither right nor good. I will make up the difference in blood.
El Chicano, the ghetto Grim Reaper.